going to make a brand new platformer. Feel free to pause it at any time if you get stuck. So once you start your new game, you're going to click Sprite, drag in the sprites. You want to name your sprite. Okay, I had originally one before named Pac-Man. You can name it whatever you want by clicking rename variable. So mine's Pac-Man. I click the gray box and I design my sprite. Ta-da! Oh, that's horrible. That's still horrible. Boom. Fill that bad boy in. And I have Pac-Man. I'm going to show you how to animate it too, so just so you're prepared. Once you're done with your sprite, click done. And I drag it all the way up to the top. Okay. Next thing we want to do is give it a background. So we click scene. And you click set background image too. Click the gray box. And this is very big. It's 160 by 120, so it's massive. This is where you design the background for your game. So this is all the way in the back. Don't choose black. That's the only thing I recommend to you, is not choose black. So I chose light blue. I'm going to fill that bad boy in. I'm going to draw some nice cloud-aronies. I just messed up. I'm going to draw some nice clouds anyway. Try that again. Those looks like a tear. Okay. Fill that bad boy in. Okay. Almost. Okay. Boom. That's my background. Maybe I'll add a sun. What do you guys think about that? You want me to add a sun? Okay. And I have a sun. I might add, you know what? I'm going to add a little cloud over the sun. Like it's a cloudy day. What do you guys think? Say out loud that it's amazing. I dare you. Because I know it is. Okay, once I'm totally done with my way background, I click done. And you'll see that my Pac-Man is now there. I click scene again, and I click set tile map too. It's right here. And we are going to create the walls. Now, the first number is how wide or long the game is. So try to make it longer than like 120. We'll do 120 for this one. See, look how long it gets. And let's raise the other one to 30. You can click the hand here to move it along. Okay. Now here's where you draw your platforms. It could be anything that you want. If you want to make it easy, you just click one of these things down here. I'm going to choose forest just to save some time, but you can create your own tiles if you wanted to. All right, so I click this right here, and I'm going to add my platforms. These are the things your character can jump to. You can make it hard, you can make whatever you want, I don't care. Also, these are going to be things that are walls too, things that stop your character from moving. You highlight whatever you want to be a solid surface, red, with the 3D box right there. You guys remember that though, right? If you responded out loud, haha, you just said out loud you're talking to a computer me. Okay, once all that's highlighted, you can click done and you'll get an idea what it looks like a little bit. Oh yeah, you can't see it yet. We gotta make our character move. We click controller. Then we click move my sprite with buttons. Drag it right underneath your guy. And change it from my sprite to your character's name. And you'll notice that you can, we can't see down there. So we click scene, go all the way to the bottom. Camera follow my sprite. Change it from my sprite to your character's name. Refresh it, and now let's see. Boom. Now we can move. Okay. Now, we want to add some gravity to the game. So click plus here and change that VY to a 0. Good, very good. Okay. Now we want to add actual gravity to the game to make our character fall from the sky. So we click set my sprite x2, and I want you to drag it right underneath the controller one, and change it from my sprite to your character's name. And click the X, and I want you to change it to AY acceleration Y. Now this is how strong gravity is. 350 is normal. Watch what happens when I click refresh. He's gonna fall right to the ground. All right? Right now there's gravity in your game. Now go back to your tile map right here, and you need to put something at the end of your game to make your character win your game. So I'm going to add a treasure chest. It could be anything you want. I'm going to put a treasure chest right at the end. Now here's something that's very important. We're going to make a custom block right now. I want you to think of something that can go at the bottom of your level right here on the tile map thing that would kill your character if he were to land on it. Okay? Go to My Tiles. Click a plus. And I want you to create it. I created lava last time. This time, I'm going to create some ocean waves. How about that? Actually, I'm going to make it this darker blue. And I'm going to fill it in. I didn't fill it into the top because I think that'll look cool if I do that. Add some details with some white. Some light blue. And that's going to be that. You'll notice it's right there, and I'm going to add it all the way to the bottom. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and I'm going to add it to the entire bottom row. Now, if my character touches this, he or she dies. Do not highlight it red, okay? I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay. Now, a couple things. We got to set it to where the A button makes them jump. So you click controller, you click on A pressed, click logic, drag in this if true block, then click logic again. And you want this 0 equals 0, and you're going to drop it right into the true block, right there. Click sprite. And this first one right here, it says my sprite X, drag that right here into this first 0. Click my sprite, change it to your character's name. Click X, and change it to VY, velocity Y. Click sprite again. Set my sprite X to 0. Click my sprite. Change to your character's name. Change this one to VY, velocity Y. And you need a negative number here. The positive number right here is pushing him down. The negative number is going to push him up. So it needs to be a negative number, and it can't be 350. Okay? It has to be lower than 350. So let's go 250. Now watch what happens when I do my game. He falls, and then I hit A, boop, and he jumps. Check it out. Cool, right? Yay. Ah. See what I mean? Okay, we're doing good. Now we've got to make it to where we can die, because if you notice, if I fall off the map here and I fall in the ocean, I do not die. So you click scene. Scroll down to this one. On sprite of kind player overlaps blank at location. You click this gray box and you choose whatever the item is that's going to kill him. So for me, it's the ocean. I click game. Game over. So now, if he falls in the ocean, dead. But we got to make him win too, so we click scene. Scroll down. On sprite of kind player overlaps blah blah blah. Drag it in again. It's its own block. And my win was if you get to the treasure chest. So I click the gray box. I click the treasure chest. I click game. Game over. But I make it win. Ta-da! Okay. Now, a lot of you were asking me how to, you already know how to make enemies, so I'm not going to show you that. You guys could figure that one out on your own. You can add sounds on your own too. Now I'm going to show you how to animate your character. This is a bit tricky, so bear with me. You click Advanced. You scroll down here and click Extensions. Click the thing that says Animation. You will now have an animation box here. Click Animation. It's this first one, Animate My Sprite. Drag it right underneath your Pac-Man guy, whoever your character is. Click it from My Sprite, change it to your character's name. Now here's the part that's very important. You need to make it look exactly like your character, okay? So what I did is I opened my character back up where it says the Pac-Man sprite thing, and I figured out which box I started in. You could see it down here in the corner. Watch, it's a 16, 16. Whatever numbers appear here is where I start. And see where my pointer is? So I'm 10, 0. I go all the way to 4, 0. So I'm going to go and I click this box and I go 10, 0 all the way to 4, 0. And then I went back, and it's super annoying. 0, 4 all the way to 14, 4. So 0, 4 to 14, 4. And 0, 10 to 14, 10. It gets easier, trust me. Okay, now the rest I filled in. The key is it needs to look very similar to your original Pac-Man or whatever character design. But for mine, I'm making his mouth open. That's going to be what I want him to do. So as long as he kind of looks like it, he's good. So you see what I mean? It needs to just kind of look like your original character. Oops, I should figure out where the eye was. So I go back here. He's at 8, 3, 10, 5. 8, 3, 10, 5. So I go to 8, 3, 10, 5. Okay, so that gives me one frame of animation. Okay, I click this little guy right here to copy it, and it's going to duplicate it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make his mouth even wider open. And now you'll see by clicking both and back and forth, his mouth is getting wider and wider. I click the second guy, I duplicate it again. I'm going to make it even wider now. Look, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now let's go to the top guy right here. Let's duplicate him. And we're going to drag him all the way down. So it looks like he's closing. So then it will close again. Okay. I click loop on, so he's constantly doing it. And I'm going to make it super fast. So watch my character, see? See how his mouth is constantly moving? See if I can beat my game. I don't think I can. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. I didn't do it. But you get the point. That's all you have to do. All right, guys? The end.